Hello, everyone. Allow me to introduce you to YouTube atheism. These deluded, unevolved primates think they rule the internet. Lately, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube atheists have been having a serious heart problems. Your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, has raised up Christians who has literally been kicking YouTube atheism's butt over the last few years. One of these Christians is G-Man, founder of Preaching to the Choir Ministries, follower of Jesus Christ, and a mighty man of God, who has utterly destroyed their contradictory arguments. YouTube evangelical atheism is dead on the internet.
YouTube atheism is dead? Whatever will I do? Let's start with YouTube atheism, and then we'll see how the movement as a whole is faring. Last year, I published a video called The Atheist State of the Union, in which I talked about the battle between religious fundamentalism and scientific progress, and how after a brief lull and period of division, the secular community has bounced back in the last few years with hundreds of new atheist and skeptic YouTube channels, podcasts, blogs, community groups, and conferences popping up left and right to push back against a tsunami of anti-intellectualism and religious interference in public policy. This new wave was tired of drama and watching content creators cannibalize their own just to get views, and we decided that we were going to be different. To work together, build friendships with each other, collaborate, do live streams, shoutouts, and share tips with each other to grow all of our channels. Less than 2 months after I released that video, I helped organize the first ever conference run entirely by atheist YouTubers in Dallas, Texas, along with Genetically Modified Skeptic, Telltale Atheist, Godless Engineer, Caitlin Chloe, and Prophet of Zod. We were just a handful of content creators. None of us were wealthy, some of us had never shown our face on camera, and it was in the heart of the Bible Belt. But we were passionate and decided to fly halfway across the country to put on a one-day event to promote secularism, scientific skepticism, and free thought. It was initially just going to be a small meet and greet with fans, but there was a ton of interest, not just from our subscribers, but from fellow content creators who took time off and decided to fly out on their own dime to be there. We weren't trying to make money off of it and kept tickets super cheap so that anyone who wanted to could come and be there. But it was a massive success. We sold out all of our VIP tickets and sold enough of the regular tickets to pay for a venue, food, snacks, marketing and promotion costs, and more. When the event was done, we uploaded some of the talks and panels to our channels and got even more interest with people asking us to bring it back next year and to bring it to their cities. Other big name YouTubers expressed interest in attending, even if we couldn't afford to fly them out to be there. We'd built such strong friendships online that this was a chance for all of us to meet in person and share our passion with anyone else who wanted to be there. So we put a board of directors together and began planning for the next one. In the meantime, everyone in this passionate community continued to work together, and through collaboration and hard work, all of us doubled, tripled, or quadrupled even our subscriber base in less than a year. Our view counts skyrocketed into the millions. And now, we're back, baby.
I'm back.
This April, on the 27th, we're bringing Faithless Forum back to Dallas with a killer lineup. So far, we've confirmed Alex O'Connor of Cosmic Skeptic, Rachel Oates, Paula Gia, Stephen Woodford of Rationality Rules, Genetically Modified Skeptic, Telltale Atheist, Prophet of Zod, Shannon Q, Kyle Curtis of The Non Sequitur Show, Surus the Skeptic, Eric Murphy of Talk Heathen, Objectively Dan of the ACA's new show Truth Wanted, Christina Rad, and Holy Koolaid. That's me. I also have rumors of a fluff ton of other big name YouTubers who will be attending as special guests. But here's the difficult part. Literally between the time of me shooting the footage for this video and getting the editing done, the tickets completely sold out. They just went really quickly. This video was supposed to be a freaking marketing tool for the event, and I know that a lot of you want to go, so I have set up a cancellation waitlist, and also if you drop your email in, you'll be the first to be notified as soon as tickets go on sale for next year's event. And the crazy part of all this is that the Faithless Forum is just scratching the surface. There are so many other fantabulous YouTube channels, old and new, and while not everyone can make it to this one, and we do have a limited number of speaker slots, who knows, maybe we'll bring it back next year. And maybe one of our speakers could even be you. But Faithless Forum is hardly all that the community has been up to either. The Freedom from Religion Foundation and American Atheists have been fighting legal battles for separation of church and state, and have been winning.
Our goal is to help local groups and local activists get involved in their community. But often we get asked is, what is an atheist issue? What issues should we be involved in? So I want to set 3 clear definitions first. The first one is, who is behind the issue? If it's religion, then we need to be involved. Second, is religion being used as an excuse to discriminate against someone? Or 3, is religion being offered as the solution instead of an evidence-based solution? When you ask these questions, it opens up a whole wide range of issues that religion's behind that we need to get involved in, whether it's LGBTQ, abortion, women's rights, dying with dignity, sex education. These are things we are providing resources, training, so local activists can get involved in their school boards. Get involved with their local cities or state legislation, especially with Project Blitz, which is a Christian nationalist organization that's trying to put in God we trust in every classroom, teach Bibles in public schools. We either submitted testimony or testified in about 17 states in the last 2 weeks alone. If you would like to get involved, stand up for the separation of religion and government, testify, talk to your school board, reach out to me at atheist.org. We'll help train you, provide resources like you've never seen before to give you the support to make a difference in your city, in your state where you live.
Organizations like Sunday Assembly, Oasis, Skeptics in the Pub, the Secular Student Alliance, the Center for Inquiry, Atheist Republic, and the American Humanist Association have local groups popping up left and right. And there are hundreds of independent groups like the Atheist Community of Tulsa, which I was a board member of this last year, which are heavily involved in activism, education, community and charity work, and social events. Last year, we did a huge clothing drive and a blood drive and regularly fed the homeless. And the Atheist Community of Austin is doing massive outreach and launched 7 new shows this last year alone. Recovering from Religion expanded greatly this last year with their live chat system for people recovering from religious harm. And because so many people are leaving their religion behind, they're always looking for more volunteers to take calls. California Free Thought Day in Sacramento continues to grow and organize their annual event where I got to speak on the steps at the California State Capitol. This is just a teensy sampling, scratching the iceberg nipple of the total number of new and old atheist, skeptic, and humanist organizations that are thriving, providing much needed community and support for those of us alienated or denigrated by our religious friends and family. As our numbers have grown, so has our representation. And in April of last year, the Congressional Free Thought Caucus was established in the U.S. House of Representatives to defend secularism. Content creators and local organizations have also knocked it out of the park with their charity drives. Drew of GM Skeptic raised over $5,000 for ex-Muslims of North America to combat extremism and provide support to ex-Muslims who've been kicked out on the street by family, have been shunned, or faced death threats for leaving the faith. Shannon Q is currently raising money to fight MS and fund new scientific research. And I raised over $4,000 for survivors of clergy abuse. And that's still going on if you want to donate. 2 podcasts, The Scathing Atheist and Cognitive Dissonance, did their annual Vulgarity for Charity drive that raised $122,000 for modest needs. Secular Rescue continues to help vocal secular activists escape countries where it's illegal to be an atheist, and Atheists Helping the Homeless and the Foundation Beyond Belief both continue to do amazing work as well. Again, I'm just giving you a tiny example of the overall work that's being done. In terms of education outreach, the Richard Dawkins Foundation is translating a number of books into Arabic and other languages in order to impact the Muslim world and promote critical thinking internationally. While Skeptic Magazine, the Center for Inquiry, and a host of anti-pseudoscience content creators continue to battle the harmful spread of woo. On top of all this, I just threw together a list of atheist, skeptic, and humanist conferences on my website. There are a ton of them. I've just covered the US so far, and I'm putting together a list of international events as well. If you know of any that I should feature this year, please email them to me and include a link to the event's page, but keep it brief and put conference suggestion in the subject line. Oh, and if you want me to speak at your event, the answer is most likely yes, I would love to, or if you want me to speak at an event near you, please email the conference organizer and request me as a speaker. On that note, Atheist Republic is putting together the world's first annual Atheist Day on March 23rd, with big and small events organized all over the world. We'll be having one here in Austin, Texas that day that the Atheist Community of Austin is organizing along with the Center for Inquiry. Seth Andrews of The Thinking Atheist will be speaking along with Tracy Harris of The Atheist Experience, Aaron Ra, No Illusions of The Scathing Atheist, Eric Murphy and Jamie Boone of Talk Heathen, and a number of other speakers, including me. Ex-Muslims of Great Britain is also doing one in London where ex-Muslim women are taking a stand and speaking out against religious oppression and the violation of human rights. Now here's where I have to apologize, because if I were to include every organization and content creator who's been making a positive difference this year, I'd be here for the rest of the month. And I realize I've mostly covered the US, but this is the atheist state of the union, not the world. But this same pushback against pseudoscience and religious harm is happening everywhere, either behind the scenes or in the public squares. And whether you want to start making videos, blogging, podcasting, writing books, organizing conferences, setting up and running new local groups, volunteering with local organizations, or fundraising and helping support content creators like myself and others, you can make a difference. You can be a part of this vibrant and growing movement. And in the next few days, I'm going to be putting out a video of a talk I gave at the University of Texas San Antonio to the Secular Student Alliance group there that will show you how you can get your voice out there and make a difference even if you're broke. The fastest growing group of people here in the US are the atheists and those who have no religious belief but base our worldview on science.
YouTube atheism is a joke. What was once a growing power online is now just a bunch of narcissistic trolls Now, there's only small vapors. Ladies and gentlemen, preaching to the choir, Man of Trees is leading the way at destroying the final remnants of this pathetic movement here on the internet. As The Rock once said, get ready.
Oh, I'm ready, but I feel like I'm gonna be waiting a while. And in the meantime, as McDonald's once said, I'm loving it. Hopefully this video has given you some idea of the things that are going on in the movement and what organizations you can either volunteer with or support financially. And if you support my work already on Patreon, thank you so much. And if you don't, but you would like to, you can support my work at patreon.com/holykoolaid. And as always, dare to be curious, but don't drink the Kool-Aid.